Welcome, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in to Anfield Road TV. You are new around here. Want to keep up to date on all things live stream, football-related content as well. Yes, we're a Liverpool channel, but we just love football. And if you are new around here, hit that subscribe button down below. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, or if you listen on Spotify as well. If you do like Spotify content, not the watch-alongs won't be getting uploaded, but all the video content. And then that does get produced off the channel. Will be all going on Spotify. If you have TikTok, drop us a follow. Really would appreciate it as well. You absolute legends. And what a game. Chelsea versus Leeds United going. Chelsea going to Elland Road off the back of a madness game last weekend. Obviously, the London derby. But everyone, hope you had having a lovely Sunday afternoon anyway. Hope you enjoyed the boxing. And thank you to everyone that did tune on the boxing. Usyk versus Anthony Joshua. Gutted Joshua couldn't get it, but win the fight. But I'll tell you what, it was a good fight. 12 rounds, split decision, yes, but Usyk, he's a good fighter, and it'll be interesting to see how Tyson Fury does feature up against Usyk. I think Tyson Fury's a miles better boxer, but we'll come to that bridge when we come to it. In terms of, we will do a watch along for that fight as well. But everyone, thank you for tuning in. Get your comments in. I will be getting through them, every single one of them as well. And if you haven't already done so, if you don't mind dropping a like on the video, really does help the channel out a lot, because I know a lot of you haven't been getting notifications when we've been going live. We will be going live for the other Sunday match anyway. That will be Newcastle, Manchester City. That's a kickoff of 4:30 UK time, GMT, so 4:30 GMT. And yeah, let's roll the credits, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Absolute bloody legends. Let's go. Thank you for tuning in, you absolute bloody legends. Well, most importantly, let's get to the most important people on this channel, and that's everyone viewing, the subscribers, everyone. Thank you. These shows wouldn't be possible if every single one of you is tuning in. I know not a lot of you can always tune in, but I know a lot of you, all you, more or less, every single one of you do show a love and support. Very much appreciated. You don't understand how much it does mean. But we'll go to John's comments as well. Good afternoon, Jack. Afternoon, John. As I said, thank you for supporting the shows last night. I done 3 shows yesterday and nearly keeled over because I was absolutely boiling in my room. Obviously, the Anthony Joshua Usyk fight, but nice one, John. Hope you're having a good afternoon, every single one of you. How you doing, Hannah? Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're having a good Sunday, Hannah. Absolute legends. And obviously, Brian, thank you very much for dropping in, mate. Hope you're having every single one of you. As I said, any of you having a Sunday roast as well. Obviously, I think I might be having a Sunday roast. We'll see. How you doing, Ants? Well, you can drop in half time, mate. Ants, yeah, I'll drop you the link. Remind me, or just drop me a message on Twitter. But join me, Ants, if you want, at half time, and we'll just talk about football, really. Obviously, what's happening at Leicester as well. The players are coming out. They're on the pitch now, anyway. Very close to being underway. But yeah, Ants, I'll drop you the link in a second, mate, whilst we're watching the game, and just join us if you at half time, if you possibly can, mate, and we'll just talk football, really. And anyone else that wants to jump on, just drop us a message on Twitter, send that over to you. Aparov, hello, fella. Hello, mate. Thank you for tuning in. Brian, I don't know. I think you've been watching me content for a couple of years, but you know me, Brian. Everyone's done it. Even the top Sky people as well. It does surprise me the amount of mistakes, like a lot of production companies and like Sky and BT. But everyone makes mistakes, and it's all part of the fun and games anyway. As I said, don't take myself too serious. Just have a good laugh anyway. It leads to get smashed. I'll tell you what, Hannah, as I said, chat, get your score predictions in. I'll quickly rattle through, obviously, the Leeds lineup very soon before we do approach kickoff as well. But get your score predictions in for this game. And Doug, thank you very much for tuning in, mate. Doug is off on the weekend. So, Doug, I'll drop you the link at half-time in this game if you're not busy, mate. Just chat to you and Ant if you want. To keep an eye on your Twitter, Doug. I'll get used to on at half times, talk about the game if you're watching it, and obviously just talk football in terms of this weekend's football as well. But how you doing, Doug? Yeah, know what he's on as well. But quickly rattle through, obviously, the lineups for Leeds United. In gold, playing a 4-2-3-1. Meslier, Nissen, Rocco, Diego Lorente, Strujic, Roca, and Shea Adams in the defensive midfield roles. Dan James, Anderson, the new player that we signed, an attacking threat. Jack Harrison on the left wing, and Rodrigo, who I think currently is he on 3 goals in the Premier League? As I say, probably one of those underrated players in fantasy football. But yeah, he's got 3 goals in the Premier League. So we'll go to Chelsea's lineup. A couple of changes as well. Mendy in goal. Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, Reece James, Loftus-Cheek, Gallagher, Jorginho, Cucurella, Mason Mount, Sterling, and Kai Havertz as well. On the bench, noticeable substitutions potentially for Chelsea. Christian Pulisic is on the bench. Callum Hudson-Odoi, Hakim Ziyech, and Nathan Ampadu as well. And Chukwuemeka, the new signing. And for Leeds, the new signing, new winger, Sinistera, the new lad, who's a wide player from the Eredivisie. I think he's from Feyenoord, might be wrong there, but he's obviously from the Eredivisie. Joe Gelhardt, the Scouser, he was massive for them last year. A lot of my mates did go to school with Joe Gelhardt, and he said an absolutely quality sound fella anyway, as well. But yeah, there's not really a lot of standout players for Leeds. I think Leeds, chat, do you reckon Leeds will do a bit more business in the transfer window? I feel they possibly need to obviously reinvest that Rafinha money back into the squad. I know you've spent a bit, but interesting. But Hannah's going with a 4-0 to Chelsea. Interesting. But nice one, Brian. 40 you wouldn't been around for a while. But yeah, Leeds 3-1 as well. Well, John's going with a 3-1 win to Leeds, most importantly. And the players are about to kick off as well. Yeah, Chelsea attacking from right to left, Leeds left to right. And let's see if it's an interesting start from both teams. We were doing a watch-along for the Arsenal game, weren't we? Arsenal got 2 goals in the space of 11 minutes. So it's so important, football games, in terms of the pace. And that's one thing that I'm hoping that we're all hoping Liverpool do that tomorrow against Manchester United anyway, in terms of the fast-flowing attacking football from the get-go. And Chelsea are in here. Sterling down the left wing. Shoot! Oh, Sterling had a great chance. He's cut right across from left to right from the box. He should be putting that in the back. He's tried to finesse it into the top right post anyway, but it's gone at least 5-6 yards wide. Very surprised he hasn't gone from the front post there, really, chat. It was a great opportunity. For me, that should be 1-0 Chelsea in reality. But yeah, Chelsea pressing Leeds as you would expect. The intensity from Leeds, especially under Bielsa over recent seasons. But, chat, did you have Leeds to go down? I had Leeds to go down. And that was obviously them losing Calvin Phillips. I know he was injured for quite large portions last season, but even still, losing a player of that quality, and Rafinha as well, who guaranteed them more or less goals. But it's a foul on Jorginho. Was it Jorginho, chat, or was it Chilwell that ended up supposedly? There was a big, massive argument over in last week, supposedly in the London derby. I think it was Chilwell or Jorginho ended up in the bathtub in the changing rooms or something. But Conor Gallagher, great to see Conor Gallagher playing today, chat. With Rodrigo cutting in there, needs a bit of support. Tell you what, Jack Harrison was in quite a bit of space down that left. Harrison, very comfortable by Reece James there. But yeah, as John said, he's gone with a 3-1 win to Leeds. Get your score predictions in chat as well. I'm going to go with a 3-0 Chelsea win. I'm going to go 3-0 Chelsea. I'm still going 2-0 Leeds just because I want it to be a scoreline. It's unlikely, but hey ho. Oh, yeah, Panov, you never know, mate. Yeah, we do, Rob. Absolute legend, mate. Thank you for tuning in, mate. Hope you're all having a cracking Sunday afternoon. Let's make sure to just share that on my socials anyway. You know what YouTube's like with the bloody notification system. It's in the mud. Oh, good shot there. Saying it was. Looked like a promising shot, but drifted quite wide by James for Leeds. Bear with me 1 second, everyone. Just gonna share that on the socials. But chat, let us know where you had Leeds finishing this season anyway in terms of your predictions. For me, I had Leeds more or less. I think I had them rock bottom, them and Bournemouth. I think only due to the fact, Leeds, go on, Leeds are in here. Get your heads up. Rocco. Harrison on the left. He's cut back. He's shot straight at Mendy. Should be doing far better than that in reality. It's a good opportunity. I'll tell you what, Chelsea, bit of sloppiness down the right hand side of their defence. But Leeds, typical Leeds, pressing high. Oh, Conor Gallagher's just been absolutely chopped down there by the ex-Bayern Munich midfielder. Sterling's done well. Reece James. It's cut. Oh, no. Shallow. Oh. Loftus-Cheek, sorry. I keep on getting confused in terms. Obviously, Loftus-Cheek is playing as a wing-back now. You'd always tend to see Reece James down that right-hand side, don't you? Especially the 3-5-2 formation you play. But it looks like Reece James is playing centre half today. I think he has been a couple of times this season, chat, has he? So Reece James been playing the right of the centre three defenders. Well, yeah, Rob said he had Leeds 17. How you doing, Mike? Thank you for tuning in, mate. You literally may as well have stayed live all yesterday. Yeah, and good evening. I don't even know if I could actually do that, mate. Do you reckon might try that 1 week, see if it actually breaks the YouTube algorithm. Say if someone is literally stream for 7-8 hours, but you'd have a massive stream all in one. Yeah, I'll try that 1 week. Oh yeah, Chelsea win. Sorry there, John. Was he win? No, you did, laugh. Well, yeah, as John said, he's gone with a 3-1 Chelsea win. Well, yeah, Mike's saying, yeah, Reece James, right centre back by the looks of it. Have they got a couple of... Who are they missing, chat? It's probably someone very obvious that I'm completely forgetting. But is... Oh, they want the lads Fofana, don't they? Ideally, they'd want to be playing Reece James on the right-hand side of their, wing-back area, wouldn't they? But looking like... Obviously, I'll speak to Ant a bit later. He's a massive Leicester fan, and it looks like he'll be going to Chelsea by all accounts, because I think he was left out of the squad again yesterday for Leicester City. Tuchel, behave, lads. He's got the invisible yellow cards out already. What are we? 6 minutes, 20 seconds into the game. Calm down, Tuchel. What baffles me, the Chelsea owner watching them play and thinks to himself, we need Anthony Gordon. I don't even... The mad thing about that is, mate, as well, Chelsea, Everton fans, I know, want Anthony Gordon gone. Because I think, when you think about it, 45, 50 million for a player that, obviously, he's very integral to the way Everton play, but the value on the market in the Premier League, especially in Europe as well, there's no value in the market. No wonder Liverpool or a couple of top teams in Europe are refusing to buy into this market, because it's crazy season. It's very rare that you do see. I think probably the only team in terms of Liverpool in recent seasons where you got proper value. The fact that we paid, what was it, 35, 38 million for Ibu Kanate. And you're looking at Chelsea going splashing 80, 90 odd million on Fofana. Don't get me wrong, Fofana's a decent centre half, but you could probably get about 2 world-class centre halves for that price. Can James... Dan James is one of the most frustrating players in the Premier League, everyone. Just be a glorified Stuart Downing. Oh, great save by Mendy. Paddied that quite well. Harrison, can he get onto that? Reece James recovered that really well. And Chelsea are looking to go on the counter-attack now. Could Sterling keep that in? Oh. Good interception by Rocco. That's surely got to be a yellow card for Koulibaly. Has to be. Yeah, it's a yellow card. Aronson screaming at the referee there. So going to say, Koulibaly, what are you doing, fella? I've got Koulibaly in my fantasy football. Made up, he got a goal last week. Could have got 2, couldn't he? Bloody Walesy with volley. Top attackers would be happy to get that. Jack, I'm doing an all-day transfer day stream if you want to. Yeah, I'll jump in, Mike. I'll pop in for a couple of minutes, mate. If shouldn't be having much on the transfers. It'll be made up. The transfer window shut in reality, mate. So we can just focus all of us can focus on our teams, just winning football games. But John's gone with a 2-1 win for Chelsea. Leeds got a good free kick here. Harrison whipped in. Reece James cleared that quite well. Good. It's a great header that because he didn't really. He got quite a good trajectory really on the ball in terms of it went like 20, 30 yards away from goal. Ideally, when you get those defensive clearances, after time the more half-assed ones, aren't they? Where they go like 5, 10 yards and they go straight back to the opposition players. But I'm intrigued to see how Jesse March does do in the Premier League, chat. I know he done well to keep them in the league, but in terms of his tactics, Cucurella's done fantastic there. Who was that? Just body check the Chelsea fella there. Was that Nissan? Yeah, they're right back, Leeds United, number 25. But yeah, John's going with 2-1 Chelsea win. I've gone with a 3-0 Chelsea win. Great interception there. Can Harrison keep that in? But yeah, hi Jack, how you doing, Lalu? I'm annoyed with you making a video comparing Scott McTominay to Henderson. I'm with you for making a video comparing McTominay and other video. I haven't watched that video though. What, Lalu? I haven't even seen that fella. Link is in the chat anyway. I don't even know what you've seen anyway. Aaron, hello fella. Leicester have secured a loan against their TV package deal already. If Fafana and Tillemans go, my predictions for Leicester going down looks more than more likely anyway. Jack, I'm doing an all day. Yeah. I think you put that in twice, lah. Oh no, sorry, no. Well, yeah, the Champions League draw is on Wednesday, Jack. Oh yes, I'll be doing that, John. Be interesting to see if we supposedly get a group of death. We did last year, supposedly, and then we absolutely annihilated that group. Tyler Morton absolutely bossed it in the San Siro, dropping men. But yeah, I'll be definitely doing a Champions League draw, mate. That's come around so quick, man. Yeah, Lalu, I'm not too sure on that bloody video, la. You'd have to message me on Twitter, la. Because I've never compared Scott McTominay's a League One defensive midfielder at best. I think that's being disrespectful to the League One defenders, central defensive midfielders. I'd say conference football. That's his standard. Scott McTominay. Chelsea in here. Kai Havertz quite wide there. No, he's offside. Yeah, it's good. That's quite poor by Havertz. He's looking like literally right across the line of the Leeds defensive line. 12 minutes gone. 12 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock. Still 0-0. Oh, apologies, chat. Just reminds me. Here we go. Second one. Sorry to miss nothing. I say, Mike, and I have to end up putting you on timeout, lads. Like a bot. Yeah, Lally, yeah, he's not too bad of a player, is he, Cucurella? But it's great finds. Typical Brighton, innit, Lally and chat. Their recruitment in recent seasons has been nothing short of a bloody miracle. Something that a lot of teams within the Premier League could take quite a fair bit of notice in reality in terms of recruitment. That stems from obviously Potter and having the right people round him in terms of the board level and every aspect of the football club. I love watching Brighton now chat as well. I think a lot of you doing as well. Probably one of the most, given the budget, and which a club of that standard does have as well. But to deliver season after season. What did everyone think about Bournemouth yesterday? Obviously, we've done a live stream watch along. It's going to be interesting to see how Bournemouth do fare in the Premier League. They need a lot more signs. Sterling's through here. Great ball by Cucurella. Can he find Kai Havertz? Sterling needs a pass that. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, hang on, he's offside. Hang on, that might be Kai. Oh, Kai Havertz. The ball's in the back of the net. I think they've deemed Kai Havertz for interfering with play in terms of being in the goal. So look here. Oh, no. Yeah, Sterling. That's a fantastic call by the lino there. Sterling, the initial play before that goal, he's at least 2-3 yards offside. Still no chat. Yeah, nice one for that, John. Appreciate it, everyone, for tuning in. A lot of support on the channel lately, which is really do appreciate it, everyone. But Brian's gone 2-0 to Chelsea. I've got James and Cucurella in my fantasy football. Same, mate. I think I've got James and Koulibaly, Kai Havertz. I went with Koulibaly mainly due to the fact Brian and chat, he scores he's a big physical presence on corners, isn't he? Especially the quality in which Chelsea can whip a ball in, i.e. obviously Cucurella or with James. That's it. Rodrigo, saying top of the show, 3 goals already in the Premier League. It's going to be a massive aspect of Leeds' game this season if they can score goals. I think that's something that they really struggled to do last year, especially when Patrick Bamford was injured. James picking that pocket of space in the central area of the pitch. But yeah, this nice one there. Bournemouth are going straight back down. I'll tell you what, 100%, Hannah. Bournemouth the worst of the 3 promoted teams, with Fulham first and Forest second as well. I'll tell you what, Fulham would be absolutely laughing if Mitrovic just keeps on banging in the goals. They'll be safe. Easy 13, 14, 15 place finish if Mitrovic easy. At least we've seen with Brentford last season in terms of how important Ivan Toney was in terms of just getting the goals. I think Toney, did he get like 13, 15 goals in the Premier League chat? Something in and around that. But just Bournemouth haven't got any goal scorers apart from Dom Solanke, which last time I was in the Premier League didn't set the Premier light. Koulibaly's done well there. Jorginho was just doing a weird back pass to Mendy. Lucky enough, it was alert to the danger. But at the minute, Chelsea are passing through this Leeds United press with a lot of ease in reality. But I'm not impressed with Bournemouth, 100%, mate. Not me too. First time I've actually properly watched them yesterday on the Watchalong. But Jack, is AJ finished? I don't think so, mate. But obviously, nice one for tuning in, mate, on the live stream last night, But I want to see Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury's a million miles better than every single one of these. He's so unorthodox in terms of his boxing fury, the way he moves. So good. So good. Not a lot of fighters have ever had. You can't cope with Tyson Fury when you get in the ring. In terms of his mind games, in terms of his actually quality in the ring. He's a fantastic boxer. And obviously for all the amazing work he's done for mental health outside the ring as well. Tyson Fury, he's big inspiration for a lot of people as well. But Everest, nice one. That Rodriguez is a class player ever since his Valencia days. Wasn't good last 2 seasons, but it's time to shine. Yeah, Mike, he was getting utilised by Bielsa in a midfield role, wasn't he? He's predominantly, I think, might be wrong, but I think at Valencia, was he a striker, Mike, or chat? Rodrigo up front for Leeds this season, but looks like today and already this season he's been utilised in a more attacking sense, which is his best position in reality. It's no surprise, got 3 goals already. Yeah, as I said, it will be everyone. Fulham finished 14th and Mitro scored goals. Ball in, Meslier. Chat, do you reckon Leeds keep hold of Meslier? Was he linked with Man United, chat? Mike, I know Man United have been linked with Tom, Dick and Harry, like literally everyone. This state. How you doing, Rod? Absolute legends. Thank you for tuning in, mate. As I was saying last night, you were saying morning to me, obviously in Australia time as well. But absolute legend, Rod. Hope you're on a good day, fella. Hope you're well. Like, who played a cam under Bielsa, and yeah, he was out and out striker and bagged several for Valencia and his country. Tyson Fury lives up to the dream, to his name, Tyson, just like Mike Tyson, if not even better, off the ring. Leeds, shot by, who's that? Rodrigo, speaking of devil, tell you what, it was a great opportunity. Ball played into the left-hand channel. Good build-up play by Leeds, but that was far too easy. A little bit of luck as well as a trickle through. Rodrigo had options there. He had another 2 Leeds players to his right. I understand he's a striker. He's going to go for that, but would have been a phenomenal strike if that found the bottom right corner of the goal. But promising for Leeds. You've got a goal threat, which is the main point to their passage of play. Last season was games where we all watched them and you're like, you've really not got a goal threat. Is there a foul? Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a foul on Cucurella there on the halfway line. Chelsea are crying 100%, Brian. Them and who's the other team? Wolves. We done a watch-along yesterday. For some weird reason, I know it's difficult. One of the most difficult things in terms of football, in terms getting a goal scorer, because everyone in real football is wanting to get at least a 15, 20 goal striker in their competitive leagues, and that. There's not a lot of great out-and-out number 9s. But I think Wolves need to invest in a proper striker. Not only got Jimenez, but much better quality. Chelsea are in here. Mason Mount, he's got his head up. Can he find Kai Havertz? Meslier, that's a bit of a poor finish by Mason Mount there. He's gone down the right wing, cut back on his left foot. Good header. Kai Havertz was on the overlap, so he created a bit more space for Mason Mount. I suppose he's trying to surprise Meslier on his front post. Nearly done it, but just lacked the real execution and the power of his shot. But it's gone out for a Chelsea corner. Mason Mount has taken this outward swinger. There we go. Ball in. Cleared by a Leeds defender. Back out wide. Mason Mount. What's everyone's thoughts on Mason Mount as well, chat? I'm intrigued. I rate him, but I know a lot of people out there don't rate him. Because was he Chelsea's highest goal scorer last season? Might be completely wrong, but in the Premier League, for me, I don't think he signed his new contract either. Speaking to me mate Yusuf and a couple of Chelsea fans, I know, like they love him, but I think he's just crying out for a bit more quality in the final third. I rate him. I really do rate Mason Mount. Be interesting to see if he does sign a new contract. Should do, I should expect. Yeah, Meslier was linked with PSG, but Mbappe rejected it. Madness. It's mad. And Mbappe, yeah, we know that, mate. We got to beat the Donkeys tomorrow. Oh, said the outfield lark. Nice one for dropping in, mate. Over on a good Sunday, fella. And it's, oh, bloody hell. Speaking of Brighton, they're winning the Hammers 1-0. No surprise there. No surprise, as we were saying before. Such a fantastic, well-run football club, Brighton. I mean, Kai Havertz done well there. He's recovered the ball. Cucurella couldn't quite get on the end of that, but Leeds United Nissen, it's probably, I think he's got a long name, but for some reason, looking on Google anyway, they classed him as number 25, Nissen. I know he's a Scandinavian anyway. He's from Salzburg, isn't he? Chas, is it the right back or right wing back? I think it was from Salzburg there, fella. But yeah, we'll sort them out tomorrow, hopefully. Right. Yeah, Newcastle took Brighton's Darren Ashworth. Oh yeah, he's gone the head of recruitment, has he, Brian? Yeah, it's fantastic move from Newcastle, really. But similar with Liverpool, mate, innit? Liverpool planned for the loss of Michael Edwards, and obviously we've got Julian Ward now. And you never know, time will tell. Julian Ward could potentially be better than Michael Edwards. But yeah, Christensen. There we go, Christensen. Yeah, no wonder it's not got his full name. Google couldn't be bothered typing the whole word. Christensen. His full name. It would be the same if Man United and Everton go down, Jack. Oh, John, what would we do with ourselves if both of them went down? Yeah, we'd celebrate it, but we'd be like, yeah, after the week we'd go, as much as it'd be good and we wouldn't have to play them, but be a bit boring, wouldn't it? We'd have to force rivalries with other teams then. And we know those teams who those teams are anyway. Go ahead, Mike. Depends what it is, what happened to Timo Werner? Has he scored again today, has he, Rod? I know he scored on his debut from like 30, 40 odd yards, saying that I was very lucky, that goal for Timo. But if you don't buy a ticket, you don't win the raffle. But yeah, Rod, has he scored again, mate, today? Because I know Dortmund absolutely well and truly bottled a game last night. They were winning 2-0 in the 89th minute and then lost 3-2. Cucurella, good ball in. Cleared by Rojo. Gallagher. He's done well. Needs a bit of support in the corner. That's a corner for Chelsea. Hang on, is that no? The referee said it was a goal kick. How's that not a corner? Shea Adams is absolutely laughing his head off. Even he knows it come off his head. Well, Philip, nice one, mate. I have Chelsea winning this game 1-0 because only of their lack of goal scorers. Yeah, be interesting, mate. When does the window shut, chat? Is it a week and a half or what's the date? On the 21st of August now. Guessing it shuts on what? Say 28th or 29th? There's no chance. Let's pump some goals in. Devil and Bombers. Fingers crossed, Everest. Fingers crossed. Scored in his debut as well, Rod. Yeah, he did. West Ham are the only team that Brighton have never lost in their time in the Premier League. And the only team that Brighton have never lost to. That's a great stat, that. Linked with Leicester too. Meslier. Yeah, I thought he was, Brian. Kai Havertz is such a flop. 80 million and 4 goals and 6 assists in the last 2 seasons as well. Nice one there, mate, Mike. Thing with that, Lalu. Oh, yeah. Great defender, Mike Koulibaly there. Yet again, it's similar with Tuchel, not getting the best out of his players. Similar with Lukaku. When you sign Lukaku, you need to put him in the right system. Just look at him back at Inter Milan now. I think he scored back on his debut. Was it last week? Lukaku is very much a system player. And when you sign Kai Havertz, for me, if you put Kai Havertz in a City team or a Liverpool team under Jurgen Klopp or Pep Guardiola, I feel both of those managers would get the best out of Kai Havertz. And for me, he's not a false nine. He's more of a creative attacking midfielder. But what are your thoughts on Kai Havertz, chat? For me, I think he's wasted. I understand where you're coming from there, Lalu. His output. But for me, I don't think Chelsea signed Kai Havertz to be their out-and-out striker. I grew up with, I think all of us, especially my generation, grew up watching Didier Drogba just be an absolute beast for Chelsea. Terrorised Jamie Carragher. We all remember those games where Carragher literally have a 20-yard head start on Drogba. Then Drogba would just go literally right round him. And I think it was the greatest day when Thierry Henry and Drogba retired for Jamie Carragher. But yeah. But let us know your thoughts on what Lalu said there, chat. But yeah, nice one there, chat. Nice one, boys. I don't think Tuchel wants a Lukaku. The board wants him. Yeah, it's not just Chelsea, Rods as well in chat. Leeds got a corner in here. It's been interesting to see, and it comes of it. You've seen a lot of the big clubs over the last couple of seasons, haven't we, chat? The board, for some weird reason, is signing players. Ball in, over. Good 5 yards. But yeah, it's mad. The fact that people above managers, that you've got boards more or less playing FIFA, and the managers have had no say, which is crazy because the manager's the most important piece of a football club. But time will tell if Chelsea continue signing different players, but not buying into, obviously, Tuchel's system. I think Fofana would be fantastic in Chelsea's back line, especially playing 3 back. You've had Fofana, Koulibaly, and Thiago Silva. That Koundé deal was mad. Obviously, he went to Barcelona now as well, but tell you what, Leeds, good play here. Oh, it's a poor ball by Haddison. That's trickled through to Mendy. Jack Addison really had a great opportunity there. Would have played a bit more favour to the left. Would have very, very much give Rodrigo a bit more of an angle, really, to have a shot or a cross, but he did neither. Loftus-Cheek playing in that right wing position today. Very surprised. And who's this referee? Rodrigo's going to get himself booked here anyway. He's screaming at the referee. But yeah, it's a soda badge, that. Reece James, I don't think Reece James complained. It was more or less the referee. Give it a straight. Oh, here we go. Reece Look, this is what I love about football. The camera's just panned on, obviously, Jack Harrison and Reece James pushing each other. But you can see the whole stand of Leeds just react. It's like Sunday League all over again. I love it. But yeah, at least Drogba had some style. Oh yeah, 100%. I think with Drogba, he was a man for the big occasion. I think his record in finals is ridiculous. I don't know the record, but I think I've seen one this season. He scored literally, leads it in here. Jack Harrison. Why is he not crossed that to Rodrigo's free in the 6-yard box? Deary me. Oh, no, it was Rodrigo. Sorry, it was Dan James that run into the 6-yard box. It's typical striker mentality there, really. Tried to get a shot on target, but Rodrigo would have been better placed to really get his head up and really put that into the 6-yard box. So it would have been a great opportunity for James. Leeds have recovered that well. Haven't quite gone through to Rodrigo. Locker and Shea Adams have started the game, chat. If you are watching the game, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you on the game, how both teams have started? It's been still 0-0. 31 minutes in. So we've got another 14 minutes left of this first half. So time will tell. Brendan Rodgers didn't want Bobby Firmino, though. Oh, yeah. I'm glad the board went over his head. Probably because boards sack their managers. Where rotationally now they just bring in the players they want and the managers has to do something with them. Yeah, 100% their pan of. But it's madness. Absolute madness. Especially when you got like a team sacking managers like 24/7. Mendy! Oh, what's he doing? United 1-0. Anderson, their number 7. Oh, get on Twitter now, chat, if you haven't seen the goal. That's poor by Mendy. He's got that in his locker, and that is 1-0 Leeds. Shocking. I don't know. Mendy, he's under pressure, yes, but at least just kick that out, son. Kick it out for a corner or something. Who is that passing the ball back here? He's under no pressure at all. Is it Jorginho? Jorginho? Yeah. And he's chased down by Anderson. Mendy, son, just kick that out for a goal kick or a throw-in. He's dilly-dallied on the ball, and he's talking about 7 touches, and fair enough to Anderson. That's what we were speaking about Leeds United. Under Bielsa and under Jesse March, Anderson could not miss. He's literally walked that into the goal. And Jesse March screams off his bench, and he's absolutely buzzing. And Leeds United, tell you what, fans. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Where is it? There we go. 1-0 to Leeds. Wrong bloody 1-0 scoreline. But what are your thoughts on that, chat? Crazy. Go. Yes, there we go, Carl. Let's say, Carl, you're welcome to jump in, mate. Get your thoughts on the game. At half time, mate. Be getting Doug. A couple of lads on as well. But a tremendous start from Leeds. 34 minutes into the game, and that's a foul by Jorginho. And as you can see now, Chelsea players, the tensions are boiling over. But fantastic press from Anderson, really. Fair play to Leeds. Jack, what do you think of the World Cup being played in November? Crazy, John. In reality, I feel, mate, it's bonkers. But like FIFA and UEFA, they're all corrupt, mate. And there was a lot of very well publicised authors over the last couple of years that have very much exposed how corrupt UEFA and FIFA have been. A lot of the FIFA delegates are all in prison now, aren't they? Or either that or on house arrest. They were fined. See, Sepp Blatter and everyone laughed at them when all these allegations were coming through, and they thought they were untouchable. But I'm all for the World Cup to go in around the world, and a lot more countries that don't get the chance to host the World Cup, but ball ain't cleared. But you just know it was all pure down to money in terms of getting the World Cup to that country anyway. Yes, looking good for my prediction. Yes, there, Padov. Yo, Jack, how you doing, Ravi? Looks like Jesse versus Tommy is on. Rod, can't wait. What was that? What was the goal like? Ravi, it was absolutely shocking, mate. Jorginho passed it back to Mendy, but Mendy's got at least, say, 10, 15 seconds to think about what he does with the ball. Mendy, dilly-dallies on the ball, sloppy. He's thinking about 10 million things at once. And fair play to Anderson, closes him down straight away, stops the out pass anyway, so we can go nowhere. Mendy turns towards his goal line, literally when Mendy's, 3 yards away off his goal line. And Anderson literally nicks it off him and then walks into the back of an open net. But that's what happens when you're playing against Leeds. Then they're going to be straight at you, in your face. But what Chelsea don't want to do now is concede a second. I know my 3-0 win for Chelsea's in the mud. Where Mendy dribbling, yeah, spot on there, Rod. Chelsea fans overrate Mendy too much. I think Edison Ramsdale are clear. I may be missing some names too. Oh, 2-0! And it's that man again, the Spaniard, Rodrigo. He's cut across the front-hand post. And that is a clinical finish by the Spaniard. And that is 2-0 Leeds United. Fantastic start by Jesse March and his Leeds team. Be interesting, is it Jack Harrison that whips this ball in? Harrison, ball in. Oh, tell you what. Who's marking Rodrigo? Tell you what, that's a mismatch on the front post here. I think it's Reece James. It's meant to be picking up, but phenomenal. Not taking anything away from that header. Glanced it, and it flew in top right post. All about the delivery and all about that finish as well. The delivery was absolutely on the money. All Rodrigo has to do is just direct that ball, and it's got to just use the pace of the delivery to angle it into the top right corner. But as I was saying, Rodrigo is the top goal scorer, and there'll be a lot of fantasy football fans out there absolutely buzzing. And Tommy Tuchel's extremely unhappy, but at the end of the day, Chelsea have been really poor the first opening 38 minutes of this game. But yes, there we go, Carl. There we go. There we go, Mick. 2-0. I like that last smash. Nice one, mate. Nice one, Mick. So are you, mate. Absolutely smashing it. And if you want to jump on, mate, I'm dropping a couple of links out anyway to talk about the footy at half time. But we are on the 38th minute. Llorente looks like he's picked up an injury. Is his back? That's going to be a bit concerning for Leeds United, considering the depth within their squad. It's not as strong as it once was. Oh my God, I said 2-0, Jack. Bet you all thought I was mad. No, Panov. Didn't think you were mad. Oh, cleared. Koulibaly, can he keep that in? He has. But when you analyse the opportunity Sterling had in the opening passes of the play within this game, he absolutely ballooned it. But it's a whole mark of football. That's why we love it. As the game progresses, not just this game, but every game of football, we don't take your chances. The team goes up the other end and punishes. Yeah, Cucurella. Oh my God, what's that finish? Cucurella literally had a great opportunity to make that 2-1. Ball played down the right-hand flank. Loftus-Cheek combining well with Jorginho, and that's dragged a good 5-10 yards away from the left post by Cucurella. Rod is it the likes. Nice one, mate. Rajiv. Afternoon, Jack. Thank you very much for jumping in, mate. Appreciate it. If you haven't already done so, chat. Really just help the video algorithm. Especially, I know a lot of you haven't been getting notifications. Smash that like button as well. Really just help the channel. But hopefully you're all having a good Sunday. I'm enjoying watching this. Leeds United 2. My good mate Carl. He's a massive Leeds fan. And be absolutely buzzing as well. But Chelsea have just got to be getting into half time now and be making sure that they don't concede. As I said before, the second goal flew in. What you don't want, I'll tell you what, Chelsea are at 6s and 7s. This is what happens when you play Reece James as a centre half. I'll tell you what, after this game, it wouldn't surprise me if the deal's not done for Fofana, Chelsea literally go out and submit a £100 million bid. 100 million bid for Fofana to get that deal over the line, because Chelsea can't continue, and Tuchel, most importantly, can't continue to persist playing a right fullback, right winger at centre half. Being left exposed. Obviously, that second goal, Reece James is at 6s and 7s, really. Poor defender on the front post. But it was all about the delivery. But nice one, everyone. Got 5 minutes left of this first half performance. Just copy that. But yeah, Rodrigo, chat. Oh my, he's just been body checked there. Accidental there by Conor Gallagher. And it was the other Leeds player. Looks like has he lost a tooth? Oh, bloody hell, hopefully he hasn't. So look. Oh, number 8 for Leeds. Who's that? Rocker. Oh, he's rubbing his head. Mate, you hit your chest, not your head. There we go again. We had that yesterday in the Watchalong. But yeah, Brendan Aronson, the new signing, I think it was about £29 million they signed him from. It was Salzburg. I'll tell you what, I don't know a lot of the lad, but he's made a lasting impression already. First time I've actually seen him play this season, and his pressing is absolutely phenomenal. He just brought up a graph in terms of his pressing and his tackling stats as well. He's been literally everywhere on the left wing, right wing, and all around the centre areas of the pitch. Rocker getting medical treatment. Everest Blues in the mud. Tell you what, you've been absolutely abysmal today, mate. Sterling, as we said at the top of the show and as chat alluded to, they need a striker. Sterling, the opening passages play, had a great couple of opportunities. Wasn't bang on chances, but you'd expect if it fell to a top elite striker within the Premier League, or even a Rodrigo at this rate. Rodrigo, if he was playing for Chelsea, would have finished those chances Sterling had today. And then obviously Chelsea didn't capitalise on them in the early stages of this game, and then Leeds have gone up the other end and pressurised Chelsea in the back at the back, and then capitalise. Sterling looking for the fouls. That to be a foul. It's a corner. Chelsea need to recover well here. Not looking good. It's not looking good, bruv. for my fantasy football, got Reece James and Koulibaly probably on about -5 points already. You know, great. Ball in. Mason Mount's cleared again. Another Leeds man. Tell you what, Reece James is miles up the pitch. Leeds can get this ball down. Looks to count Sterling. Oh, good defensive share. Tyler Adams there. Well done, son. Yeah, Carl as well. Chat. Carl, if you're still in, I've dropped your link on Twitter. Get your thoughts on the game, mate. Yes, absolutely. Well done, Rodrigo. His work right there is absolutely phenomenal. That's something that's being installed by Bielsa and every aspect of the football club. Is Bielsa retired now, or is he still playing? Well, not playing, still managing. Kai Havertz done well there. Mason Mount, good combination play down the right-hand side. It's poor by Loftus-Cheek. It's the fact that they're playing Loftus-Cheek right wing back. He's a midfielder by trade. Fair play, to Loftus-Cheek. He's not going to sit there and say, no, I'm not going to play right wing back. But what we didn't have, the same old excuses that we listened to last season about Chelsea. Oh, we've got injuries in the fullback areas. Our fullbacks are injured, so we don't want to. That's why we didn't go for the title. Sums up the boring football Chelsea do play when they're spending £90 million on a centre half, and the main priority is, as everyone's already said today, is getting that striker, getting someone that can put the ball in the back of the net. Sterling now, edge of the box. Well, why has he took that extra touch, sorry. Chelsea have still got this ball. Loftus-Cheek, that sums up Chelsea's game there. Reece James, very sloppy. Yeah, so I've sent you the link. Mount has been rubbish since the second half of last season, 100% there. Where with me 1 second here, chat. Yeah, drop the link into the chat there. Very comfortable, my Mendy there. Anderson, been quite well. Welcome to Jump On Chat. As I said, just before we do, get your thoughts on the game, everyone, or just thoughts in, you want to just talk about the footy, the Reds, or whoever, your team, can get that sorted. Just quickly, last 2 minutes of the first half. Koulibaly, diagonal ball, trying to find Kai Havertz. Tell you what, Kai, what a ball that was by Koulibaly. So it was Mason Mount running onto the end of it, and fair play, Chelsea. But yeah, I tell you what, Mendy's going to get absolutely battered at half time, really, in terms of it was saying that it wasn't just Mendy, it was Jorginho playing the back pass. Wasn't a bad back pass because, as I said, Mendy had like 10, 15 seconds still to get that ball up and running anyway. Hello, lads. Love watching Chelsea getting slapped by Chelsea. Chelsea getting slapped by Leeds. Also, everyone said Rodrigo would flop in the Prem. He looks like he's proven everyone wrong. Saying Andrew, as chat's alluded to, he was playing in a different position for Leeds over the last 2 seasons, wasn't he? Or when he got brought into the Premier League, he was getting told to do a different job in comparison to obviously the role in which he's played this season. 4 goals already in the Premier League as well. Interesting times anyway. But yeah, chat, the link is in the description anyway. If you want to jump on, get your thoughts on the game anyway. I'm just going to get me headset. %, 100% there is Lalu. Yes. But nice. And we get Anthony on as well. There's thoughts, and obviously Fofana potentially going to Chelsea. Yeah, and if you're still watching live, drop your link on Twitter as well. Join that if you want, mate. Yes, as I said, quickly go through the comments anyway. Yeah, that was. I say, I might get Mike on as well. There's thoughts on obviously the game. Absolute legends. My headset attached there. 1 second. Oh, no worries, fella, no worries. But we'll get to. Oh, there's Carl. Absolutely buzzing. How you doing, mate?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Bloody hell, I did not expect this scoreline at the moment. Like 2:45. Bloody hell, it surprised me. It really is. I thought this could be another hammering, but bloody hell, yeah.
It's what's most impressed you today, mate? Is it the intensity in terms of the press?
The intensity. I think that's been the first one we needed to do. The first 5-10 minutes, it's been that intensity, and I think you're seeing this from a team that everyone expected it was not going to be the same after Calvin and Rafinha, leaving. But I think it's still there, and I think it's thrown off Chelsea a bit. I think Chelsea did get settled into the game, but we still were pressing them, and I think we just continued the intent, and that's why when we swapped Harrison around on the left and Harrison on the right, you can see the Chelsea play, that James and Cucurella was just struggling to keep on topping both the wingers, our wingers. So, and I think for Mendy to not even out about
crazy,
that's like I think that's the third time he's done a possible error in his since he's been at Chelsea, and that is probably the worst thing I've ever seen. But he gave a goal to Harrison, who's got his first goal finally. So Harrison is going to be our key player this season. I think we've seen that. How much he runs around. So,
yeah, it was the first time I've actually watched properly Leeds this season, mate. Anderson, he's an attacking midfielder, isn't he? Obviously, it was the big money signing. How's he fared? Obviously, before this game, has he been playing? Has he started? Is this his first start today, or is he?
It's his first start. It's his first start, Harrison, and he's been Leeds' main one of the best players for the first 3 games. He's been very intent of going all over the pitch, and he's been the main difference. I think the one player has been is improved so much is Rodrigo. I think he's,
I was going to ask you about him, mate.
Rodrigo. For 4 goals and 3 games, it's tremendous. I think last year got a lot of stick from myself and a lot of Leeds fans because of the money that we spent on, was he a midfielder or was he a forward? And we know his goal record was not the best in his career, but seeing him now being trusted by Jesse March that he can score, you like a feeling ball at a good timing. So you know what, I think those 2 players have been tremendous, and I have to admit, you just see, Harrison's been really, really been good. I say he's been all over the pitch. Harrison's looked back to his best as well. I think Rocker and Adams, they've been the best defensive partnership midfield. I know we were struggling in that area without Calvin last year. I think it's been a huge problem with them 2 playing together. And I think Christensen played as well. A little bit more defensive, a lot more better today than he has been the last few games. So, no, what a good start for the first 45 minutes for us.
Absolutely spot on, mate. And it's been a great game to watch, mate, in terms of, obviously, that second, but it's the second goal. Is it Jack Harrison that whips that ball into the box?
Yeah, Harrison, he knew.
He's got a tremendous delivery on him, mate, hasn't he?
He does, and he knew where Rodrigo was going to be, because Rodrigo was going to be next to Reece James, who was not really good up in the air, and I think he just spotted him at the right time. So. And you could see just the Chelsea players, just no communication at all. And Tuchel, I'm surprised he's still trying to be suspended to know the reasons why. But I think he regrets it now being there today, seeing that performance in the first half. It's just But like I said, just in March, a lot of people saying that yes, he's going to right around. He might be sacked soon, but we're still back him. We'll back him no matter what happens, And it shows you, that intensity is working now, but it's not better under Bielsa. So, as I said, it's what a first half at least had. I think it's been the best first half, since the start of the season, because I know we struggled against Wolves, but this has been our best first half actually. To go 2-0 up by half time, because I think we have struggled to be. To get the lead by half time, So like after what happened last weekend against Southampton, I think now Mars learned his lesson. I think he's going to learn his lesson for the second half to make sure we get the right subs on to try to keep the game at 2-0 or even closer. So.
I can hear Doug in the background. He's like, all the way in Scotland. You're on mute. But yeah, mate, if you're around for obviously full time, mate, you're welcome to pop on.
I will be back on, so I'll come back on around at full time. Yeah, I'll be continue watching the game.
Hopefully, you get the 3 points, mate.
But, it's needed.
Yeah, sorry, I was going to say, just shout out your channel, mate. Obviously, I have dropped the link to obviously your podcast. Just shout out your channel, mate.
Yeah, sure, great.
And what you've got coming up this week.
Yeah, everyone, you can find me at the Totally Levy and Hall Football Podcast. Jack has got the channel on there, so you can find us on YouTube. We were supposed to do the show yesterday, but we had to cancel it. But we're back on next week to our Saturday show, myself and Doug. But yes, you can follow us on the channel on our podcast services, and also you can watch on the Spotify, YouTube, Google, Apple, and all the other podcast services. And you can find us on Facebook as well too. So and Twitter at the LH Football Pod.
Yeah, thank you very much, mate. I've got my fingers crossed for you. And just your final thought, mate. What are you hoping to see from Leeds United going into the second half?
I still say it's a little bit more intense for the next 15, 20 minutes than the last 15 to 20 minutes or so. Expect to go a little bit more defensively just to try to keep the game a bridge on. I think Joffrey will come on, Gerhardt will come on later on, and get our boy Lucas Sicaressa coming on as well, which has been his first home game. So hopefully we can keep the scoreline, keep the same intent of how Chelsea, just make sure we continue at what we're doing, pressing and against the Chelsea back four.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Right, lad, I'll let you go, get your drink, get settled for half time. For the second half, sorry. But speak to you soon, mate. Thank you for popping on.
Speak to you soon.
There we go. That was Carl. Obviously, Leeds fan, good mate of mine as well. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be an exciting second half performance, really, from those lads. Get to the streams, comments as well. So get me headset. Put my headset off. Looking at the commentary on the telly. There we go. Can you hear me now, chat? There we go. Yeah. Tell you what, technical issues. Thank God I noticed that. Let's get to Panov Tuchel. Thinks he's an elite manager, but pretty average, really, in my opinion. You love the mute, don't you, Jack? Just keeps us guessing what you're saying, though. Tell you what, mate, it's this system I use, really, in terms of StreamYard. With me mic, it's very different in terms of, obviously, the settings and everything. So, ideally, one day, I'd have a producer down my ear tell me what to do, and I'll have other people pressing me the buttons, really. But yeah, it's saying that I'm. Can you hear me now, chat? Anyway, I say saying that I'm lighting up anyway. But Brian said I'm still on mute. Hopefully, I shouldn't be. Jack, have Chelsea been found out at their lack of goal scoring costing them, Ravi? Time will tell, mate. Ravi, and I know quite a lot of Chelsea fans as well, and they I think was it Aubameyang was linked with them last week as well. In terms of their goal scoring exploits, they need to be doing something in terms of the final third of their pitch. They need to be. Yeah, there we go. Checking. Back on. But yeah, let me know, chat. Interesting question from Ravi anyway. Get involved, react to his comments as well. But I'd agree with you there, Panov. I got to do, Jackie boy. I'll catch you in the next stream. Cheers, mate. Lalu, thank you very much for jumping on, mate. As I don't see you, we'll be having another stream later, and obviously the big one tomorrow for the Liverpool Manchester United game. But most importantly, Lalu, and everyone that's just jumped in, or if you're popping in to say hello, have a lovely rest of your Sunday, mate, as well. And have a good start to your weekend. Hopefully the Reds can get 3 points tomorrow, and we'll have a live stream watch along for that as well. But thank you, mate, for dropping in. Panov, yeah, nice one for that, lad. Like I said, you love it. Definitely some big bids coming from Chelsea tomorrow, Brian. 100%, as we were saying in the first half. They need to go out and get Fofana sorted because Reece James, he's not a centre half. Like Christ, you've got Loftus-Cheek playing right mid, bless him, or right mid, right wing back anyway in terms of the Chelsea system. Fair play, he's done the job, but Reece James has been very exposed in terms of especially for that second goal in terms of in the air. You need Fofana. If that's Fofana in that position, he wins that from post anyway. Oh, we've got the Tranmere versus Newcastle on Wednesday night. We've got Bolton versus Aston Villa on Tuesday as well. Don't think I'll do a live stream. You never know. If you wanted to, I might do. You never know. Interesting to see what football's on Tuesday. Aubameyang would have converted the chances, especially with the Sterling being there. Yeah, Ravi. If Aubameyang would have finished, as he said, the Sterling chances. Nice one, Zion. Thank you for tuning in. Jack La, I've seen the score. What the hell has happened, though? Chelsea, very messy at the back, mate. The first goal, John, if a couple of years are just jumping in now. The first goal stems from not a bad back pass from Jorginho. It was a good back pass, but Mendy takes an extra 5-7 touches on the ball. He's dilly-daddling on the ball, and Anderson, as Carl's alluded to, pressed him in the right area, pounced on an opportunity, and literally Anderson walked the ball into the back of the net. And obviously the second goal from Leeds come literally a couple of minutes after they conceded the first goal. Jack Harrison with a quality ball from a free kick from the left-hand side of the box, whipped in, all about the delivery. All Rodrigo has to do is get his head on the ball and direct it, most importantly. And we are heading, but yeah. Put it sweetly there by Brian. Mendy dropped a massive ball. Yeah, it was shocking from Mendy. Going to the second half now. Leeds, as Carl was saying, hopefully they can just... I'll be very surprised if Chelsea concede again, but wouldn't surprise me. Chelsea's a gift that keeps on giving. Certain sections of Chelsea's fan base have been coming out with chest. saying, "Oh, we're going for it this season as well." But we'll see what they do in the second half. Yeah, Ravi. Yeah, as we said before, he's not a number 9. He's a midfielder. But for some reason, Tuchel continues to persist. It'd be interesting to see where Kai Havertz would play if Tuchel does get, like, say, an Aubameyang or another out-and-out number 9. Cucurella being deemed to have fouled him there. He's played quite well this game, chat. Annie Cucurella down that left-hand flank. He's not really been a fault for the goals. But more or less stemmed from their right-hand side of their defence. Need to get Fofana in or another centre-half. As Brian was saying before, definitely some big bids coming in from a Chelsea point of view. But we will be live later for the Newcastle Manchester City watch-along as well. So stay tuned on the channel. And if you don't get your notification, we will be live, because I know speaking to a couple of people after the show yesterday saying that you just didn't get your notifications, and really disappointing from YouTube, but sometimes you can't win with this platform. Cucurella now. Mount. Ball back out to Cucurella. Ball drifted in. James. Poor first touch there initially. He's been forced to go backwards. Loftus-Cheek got a bit lucky there. Loftus-Cheek's broke into the box. Cut it back. Mason Mount. Cued it back to Cucurella. Oh, that's abysmal. Absolutely abysmal there. Great opportunity. Very similar to the way in which Chelsea did start that first half. Mason Mount teed up Cucurella, and he's decided to take it on his right foot and absolutely skied it a good 20 yards over the crossbar. Must be playing rugby, that fella. But Adams was deemed to have fouled Gallagher in the build-up. Took a bit of a knock there. Gallagher looked like an elbow, but nothing too major. Chelsea need a striker who is also a creator, not just a striker or poacher as well. Rod, and there's not many of them round, is the Rod and chat. As I said, any top strikers in Europe, a lot of the top teams in and around world football, all wanting an out-and-out number 9, someone that can create, someone that can score. At the minute, similar with midfielders, don't get me wrong, there's probably about 5-6 top midfielders and strikers in the world, but when you look at it, you're literally going to be paying more of a premium. Not like, say, about 10, 15 years ago when there was probably a bit more better quality, but a much wider spread in terms of quality. Rodrigo, he's run onto the end of it, and he's done well there again. Koulibaly recovered excellently to deny the Spaniard. He had to make that. He's made up quite a large ground of pace there. But yeah, it's a corner to Leeds. Chelsea just needs to shut up shop, really. But Jack Addison, who already has got an assist to his name in this game, taking this corner now. Inward swinger, but Addison's shuttled over. Having a little weird with the Englishman. Looks like it's going to be a set play here. Both Addison and Harrison. 5 minutes into this second half now. Harrison, ball in. Cleared. So done well there. Reece James. Tell you what, Reece James. Sterling, sorry. Go on. Sterling, get your head up. It's done well there. Found Mason Mount. Oh, shocking there, Mason. Cucurella now. Back to Sterling. Back to Cucurella. Anderson now. Deemed to have fouled the Chelsea player. Oh, no, it was offside, sorry. Have a quick look at this replay. Come on, Sky. Get your bloody replay up. Oh, she lads. Someone sacked this fella's producer. But yeah, it's still 5 minutes into the second half. Chelsea, very similar in the way in which he started the first half, threatening, but not really having that real clinical finish up front or clinical forward, really. Mason Mount's got quite a good lot of space here. He's found Cucurella on the overlap. Can he keep that in? He has. He's found Mason Mount, the edge of the box. Stood up well by the Leeds defensive midfielders. Cucurella found Loftus-Cheek. Edge of the box to Sterling. Gallagher. Oh, so what a save. Is he offside? Yeah, he is offside, but Meslier didn't know much about that. Quick look on this replay. Loftus-Cheek had a shot. Yeah, ricocheted off Raheem Sterling, and then it fell very comfortably for Conor Gallagher, but was offside, which was very lucky for Leeds. Chelsea knocking on the door, but can't quite get an answer at the minute. But yeah, that's a good news for us. Having said that, the Reds are a bit short on goal strikers as well at the moment. Tell you what, Rod, yeah. One of them got our main fella done an headbutt on the first appearance for the Reds at Anfield, didn't he? And he's going to be back for the Everton game as well. I'm putting a tenner on him getting sent off. So foul by Cucurella on the Leeds United player. I think it was James. Will he be picking up a yellow card? Yeah, it was James. Absolutely poleaxed him there. Didn't let him past. Intelligent defending. Surprised he's not really picked up a yellow card. The Chelsea man. But Leeds, very content. Not throwing men into the box as of yet. Don't need to. They're 2-0 up. Worst thing Leeds could do is get men forward and then get hit on the counter-attack on a pointless corner or free kick. Anderson's done well there to keep that in. James now hugging the right side touchline. Tell you what, you're a Chelsea fan. Every time that ball goes back to Mendy, you're holding your breath. Cucurella now. Mendy found the Chelsea man, which a lot of people were quite surprised with the way he started that first half. That's not a bad bet, Jack. It's mad though, but you were saying to me, John, that he's been warned by Suarez to keep his head on him. I didn't see the official interview, but Dan James found Gallagher. Reece James, sorry. What's everyone's thoughts on Gallagher's performance today, chat? It's been really difficult, considering fair play to Leeds as midfielders. The Leeds throw in there. Chelsea getting really frustrated, especially down that right-hand side. It's not really worked for them today. Thomas Tuchel, cameras pan to him, and he's looking very dejected, really, in terms of disappointing by his side. Rodrigo can get that ball out wide. He can hold his run. Anderson. Can he get his head up? Find that. Oof. Aronson, sorry. Done quite well there, Aronson. But Jesse March, really happy there. 54 minutes now. 35 minutes left to go in this game, and Chelsea have surely got to do a lot better than they have in the first half and the start of this second half. Let's have a quick look at Chelsea's bench, potentially players that they could bring on. Christian Pulisic, Ben Chilwell, Hakim Ziyech. Saying that, I wouldn't bring off Cucurella. He's been one of Chelsea's best performers today. Leads it in here again. Can he get off back post here? Can Dan James find Jack Harrison? And that's a corner. Tell you what, Chelsea are at 6s and 7s here. Their defensive back line is non-existent. Whole shape of that defensive line is absolutely everywhere. And another great opportunity now for Leeds to get men into the box and potentially kill off this game with a third goal. Harrison on the, obviously, Anderson. Looks like it'll be an inward swinger. Both of them. It's a training ground technique by the, well, accounts by the looks of it. Aronson, ball in. Back post. Cleared. Adams. Yeah, Adams. What's he yell? Ball down the channel. Meslier's read that really well. It's come a good 25 yards out of his goal. That's what you want to see from your goalkeeper. Reading the play from the opposition, because if he didn't, that would have been a 2-on-1 for Chelsea. Well read by the Frenchman. Mason Mount now. At the minute, it's literally Mason Mount against the whole of the Leeds team at the minute. In terms of him being the only creative output. Conor Gallagher had a shot. Oh, that's close. It's gone over the corner. Conor Gallagher had a great shot. Took a slight deflection. But it was just gone wide. Mason Mount now inward swinger on this. Chelsea need to see some reaction, really. And that just sums up Chelsea's game. Poor ball. Come on, let me see Thomas Tuchel going absolutely berserk. It's a great opportunity to put the ball in the back, into the box there, and literally straight to a Leeds man. Very well defended by Anderson. Kai Havertz. That's where he comments as well. But nice one, Brian, giving the update on Brighton still winning 1-0 against West Ham. But yet he did, John, 100%. Yeah, saying that about Suarez there. I think he had to. Jack Anderson now needs to get his head up. Tell you what, he's got an overlap on the right-hand side if he can get that. Oh, he's done absolutely fantastic by Jack Addison. He's found there's an option on the right if they can get it. Leeds. Rodrigo, he's recovered it quite well. The Leeds attack still continuing. Adams, ball out wide. Anderson. Back to Addison. Little give and go there. Oh, it's fantastic play by Leeds United here. It's continuing to keep hold of possession. Not doing anything stupid. Trying to force Chelsea out of their shape. But who's coming on here? Looks like a Leeds player's coming on. But Jack Allingson's got this whole Chelsea backline on strings. And Kai Havertz has done really well there. German used his strength, used his physique to shield off the Leeds United defenders. Sterling, there's no overlap on this left-hand side. He's been waiting for Cucurella. He's got it. Ball into the box. Shocking ball there. Conor Gallagher's kept it in. Needs a bit of support here. Don't know what Chelsea expect Conor Gallagher to do in that area of the pitch. Number 8, Rocker. Rocker is coming off for number 4. So Mark Rocker, the ex-Bayern Munich man. I don't think he played a lot for Bayern Munich. But it'd be very difficult for any player to get ahead of, obviously, like the Kimmich, Goretzka and that. But Adam Forshaw is coming on now for Leeds United. giving them a bit more defensive reassurance. That's what you want to do from a Leeds perspective. That's something that they didn't do well, especially under Bielsa and under the back end of last season as well. Be a bit more solid, be a bit more difficult to break down Leeds now with these changes. I should expect. Looks like a good couple of yards offside there. I was going to say, is it the flag? Did the flag go up? I say, I'd be very surprised if it hasn't. Yeah. Come on, Sky, do your job. Show the line now. But yeah, it was offside. Initially, it looked a good 5-6 yards offside. Reece James looking straight across that line of Leeds. Should not be getting called offside there. Poor decision making from Reece James. Yeah, it is. It was offside. Meslier kicking that into the left-hand channel there. Come on, Rodrigo. Get up, son. Aye. Well, yeah. Cucurella. So anyway, providing that real outlet for Chelsea down that left-hand flank. Majority of Chelsea's play today has gone down that left-hand flank through the Spaniards, and I've been really impressed. Chat, let me know your thoughts on Cucurella. Obviously, a big money signing for Chelsea. He's been one of their brightest players today. That says a lot when one of your best players is a fullback. Very defended well there by Aronson, the right back for Leeds. Chelsea, as we predicted at half time, Pulisic and Hakim Ziyech are coming on. You'd expect Loftus-Cheek to come off and probably Conor Gallagher, potentially. Yeah, Conor Gallagher's coming off for Pulisic. Jorginho and Gallagher off, Ziyech and Pulisic on. Bit more attacking from Thomas Tuchel, but for me, if I was a Chelsea fan, I'd want Tuchel to go a bit more expansive, really. But it's gone a bit more attacking. For me, Chelsea should have started like this. Thiago Silva has taken the captaincy now as well. A few handshakes, yes, Rod. Rod and Brian having a bit of a bromance in the comments at the minute. Go ahead, boys. Tuchel to receive smiley faces emoji set from Antonio Conte as well. Oh, good save. Did Meslier get a touch on that? I think he did. Frenchman Reece James with a good opportunity. Quite comfortable for the Frenchman, but as I said, got to deal with that. It's a corner to Chelsea now. Need to start making these corners count. The delivery all this game has been absolutely shocking. Found Koulibaly's head. Meslier's fell on it. But corners have been really shocking from Chelsea today. Koulibaly, but he's having to. If Koulibaly was to score from that angle, it would have been really difficult. Ball into the right-hand channel for Leeds. James done quite well there. Koulibaly shuttled over, closed down the angle, and he's put it out for a throw-in. But what you're wanting from a Chelsea point of view, aren't you, chat, as well? Tuchel's made these substitutions, and you're wanting a reaction, but I know it's only been 1 or 2 minutes, but it's not really changed the complexion of this game. Chelsea being sloppy at the back again. Is that a corner? No, it's just come off Dan James there. Been really impressed by him, young lads. No, I'm not one of the biggest fans of Dan James, but as I said, I don't think he'd be a footballer if he didn't have his pace. Heavily relies on it. Oh, geez. Oh, yeah, spot on there, boys. So I say. Nice one, gents. That corner, well done there. Rodrigo's done absolutely phenomenal there. Poor from Thiago Silva. I was going to say, boys, do you live close to each other or just know each other for quite a while on obviously social media and that? Spot on there. But yeah, it's going to be Addison and Jack Addison here standing over the corner at the minute. 20 of yous in here. If you haven't got 20 likes, chat, I'll be really disappointed. But yeah, at least 20 likes. Sterling, no foul. Fantastic referee in there. Sterling's gone down far too easy. Yeah, ball out wide now, Leeds. As I said, we will be covering the Newcastle Manchester City game a bit later. So if you don't get a notification, we will be doing a live stream a bit later. Hopefully we'll see his there as well, chat. Pulisic now. He's picking up, preoccupying a bit more of a central area. Kai Havertz back out wide. Reece James. Great delivery. First time Chelsea have actually got Reece James. And yet again, how many times is that, chat? Reece James feels like he's been caught offside about 20 times this game. Chat, I know you love your stats. That's shocking again by Reece James. Sums up not just his performance today, but the whole Chelsea team. Chat, can someone please find out? I know a load of you do love your stats, but how many times? I'm hoping it does come up on telly now, but feels like Reece James. How many times has Reece James been caught offside today? Chat, please someone find out for us. As I said, feels like he's been caught off about 200 times here. Leeds are through here. Can you get Jack Rodrigo? He's in a great position here to cross the ball. Addison! Oh, and that's 2-0. Is he onside? 3-0, sorry, Jack Addison. 3-0 to Leeds United. And they fully do deserve this. Fully do deserve it. Tell you what. Be interested to see if that's offside, but a ball from Dan James on the left-hand flank. Whipped in. Chelsea at 6s and 7s. Couldn't quite get the first initial clearance. Very scruffy from Chelsea, but taken nothing away from a great finish. Let's have a quick look on this replay. Shocking by Chelsea's right-hand side of their defence. Dan James cuts onto his right foot, crosses it. Rodrigo goes for it. And tell you what, bit of fortune in that third goal for Leeds, but phenomenal volley by Jack Addison on the 6-yard box. Addison goes for it, misses it. Rodrigo, tell you what, if you got Rodrigo in your fantasy football, everyone, he's got an assist there. Absolutely phenomenal work by the Spaniard yet again. I tell you what, Rodrigo, woohoo, started the season on fire. Don't think he'll be getting checked by VAR, but you never know with these goals scored. But yeah, James is coming off, and what a tremendous result this is for Leeds. Is that Firpo that's just come on? No, Sinisterra's just come on as well. Lewis Sinisterra, the new lad from the Eredivisie. But he's going to be interesting to see how he impacts this season as well. But yeah, John's going 3-0. Very surprised. Rod's enjoying himself. Game over, Carl. Hopefully, mate. 20 minutes. And I'll speak to you after the game, Carl, for a little bit. But save the minutes, lads. Jackie will be doing any. Will you be doing any more shows with Maisie? Because that was class the other day. Yeah, it will do, Ravi. We'll be doing probably a lot more shows in the future, which is great. Thank you very much for tuning in, mate. It was good. Always good to get Maisie on the channel. Could do with him. Oh, John. Oh, it's the thing, though. Look at the Chelsea fans looking really disappointed, but it's all right. They go and spend £100 million on 90 million, 100 million, 80 million on a centre half. Referee, the flair that Leeds are playing with here. It's going to be 4-0. Oh, it's been hit over the crossbar, Rodrigo. That should be 4-0. Oh. Leeds United playing like the 60 Brazilian, passing it all around the gaff. Jack Harrison. What a ball into the box. Great defending by Cucurella. The Spaniard doesn't get on the end of that. That would have been 4-0 Leeds. Best day for me to have Rodrigo on my fantasy team. I'll tell you what, you'll be laughing there, Carl. Happy days. Should have been 4. Chelsea with their... I tell you, you just steal everyone's chance, don't you? Chelsea. Well, yeah, Koulibaly's done quite well there, but Chelsea after this wouldn't surprise me if they go out anger, like with a lot of anger in the transfer market after this game. Thomas Tuchel will be throwing his toys out the pram, going, "Oh, I need more money." But for me, Thomas Tuchel, for the squad he's got and the squad he's inherited, should be getting a lot more better performances out of this squad, and that's facts for me. Yes, you can talk about them not having a striker, but they've still got a very talented squad. In reality, very talented squad that a lot of teams in the Premier League would die for in terms of having the caliber of players in which they have. They've got Sterling, Conor Gallagher, Cucurella as well, who's probably been Chelsea's one of the best players today. Yeah, I'd give, from a Chelsea perspective, a man in a match performance from Cucurella. I know they conceded 3, but if it wasn't for the Spaniard, it would be like probably 4-5-0 for Leeds. But fair play has to go to Leeds. Leeds playing like their Man City. Tell you what, John, Passages play in the second half, and it's been really... Oh, can you keep that in? Nah, I couldn't quite keep that ball in, Rodrigo. I'm interested to see Sinisterra really how he impacts the Premier League. Fair play to Leeds. I thought they'd be getting smashed. It should have been 4. As ever they're saying. Jack even expressing what was... shocking. Can't believe these lot won the Champions League. What a shame. At least he stopped Man City winning the Champions League, mate. That's one thing. City will eventually win the Champions League. We all know it in the next couple of years. If they don't, I'll be very surprised. Haaland was brought in for Man City to win the Champions League. And it wouldn't surprise me if they do win the Champions League in the next 1 or 2 years. If they don't, as I said, you'd be asking question marks, but Pep's won, 4 of the last 5 league titles. He's done a great job in the Premier League, don't get me wrong. But Champions League is what Chelsea and obviously Man City wants as well. Did anyone hear the Arsenal fans at the Bournemouth doing a new Saliba transfer? My God, wasting the England fans. Yeah, that's yeah. I don't know the champ, Brian, but as I said, if it's something naughty, don't be putting it in the chat. But I thought it would get a tenner on my 2-0 predicted earlier. Glad I never know though, but not complaining. Chelsea, just glad to see them lose. Ravi saying Leeds alone. Yeah, whatever. I can't believe this score. Brilliant. Absolutely poor. It's been a fantastic game from Leeds, mate. And I tell you what, Chelsea have got to be really careful that it's not damage limitations, really. Been really poor. Looks like a handball. I'm surprised the referee's not give that. Was it one of the Leeds midfielders? So 15 minutes to go. The Leeds fans are absolutely loving it. And I love it. Great defending by... Who's gone down there in the Leeds box? Number Who's that? Yeah, it was Llorente, I think. Very well defended there against Christian Pulisic. Oh no, is this Paston Strick? Mostly the left wing back for Leeds. But you might make a couple of changes. But Jesse Mart's got absolutely spot on here. Chat in terms of substitutions, he soaked up the Chelsea pressure. And typical, this is more or less a Chelsea performance that Leeds have done to them. In terms of being very resolute defensively. But Chelsea, when they've got into the positions today, they've not really got their heads up. But Newcastle teams coming through here. Read it. Pope in goal. Trippier, Shah, Botman, Byrne, Willock, Gamares, Jolington, Almiron, Wilson, and Alan St. Maximum. And the Manchester City team, Edison, Walker, Stones, Ake, Cancelo. Midfield, De Bruyne, Rodrigo, Gundogan, Silva, Haaland, and Foden as well, leading the line by it looks like. Cucurella's, not Cucurella, Ben Chilwell's coming on. Very surprising. Suppose giving Cucurella a bit of a rest. Yeah, I can't believe. Yeah, 100%. Big up, Niall, as well. Thank you for tuning in, mate. Usual. But yeah, Brian, that's... But yeah, Leeds versus Chelsea back in the day used to be seriously tasty. 70s era. Oh, it's great to hear that, Brian. Proper rivalry there. Great win for Marsh. Yeah, tell you what, that Brian. Leeds historically, great history as well, haven't they, mate? But yeah, 77 minutes gone here, chat. Leeds still 3-0 up. Absolutely been a phenomenal game by Leeds United here today. Oh, and is it 2-0 Brighton, chat? Quickly. 2-0 Brighton, eh? Massive result for Brighton. Bloody hell, who's got the second goal on that? McAllister penalty and Trossard, the Belgium. There you are. Oh, look at that. West Ham have had one shot on target in what? The 77 minutes games played. That's shocking. Absolutely shocking. Saying that, Brighton have had 2 shots on target the whole game. Leeds are on the attack here. That's a foul. Intelligent foul there by Paston Struck. So Jack Harrison, Aronson, and Rodrigo all getting on the goal scoring charts today. See, what a waste Hakim Ziyech is at Chelsea, chat. For me, he should have just stayed at Ajax. Like if you compare him to Chelsea and obviously the player in which Ajax he was a million miles away from the player. He's just wasted again. Another player that's wasted in Thomas Tuchel's system. Like, it makes no sense. Like, I don't understand why they've signed him as well. Ziyech predominantly played in a 4-3-3 at Ajax, and he's playing in a 3-5-2-1 now at Chelsea. Just no. Wasted. Watching him here, he's just floating around the pitch doing absolutely nothing. He's meant to be one of the most creative players in Europe as well, especially in that time. Him and Tadic in that Ajax team, especially when you've seen him in the Champions League as well, how dominant they were in that season when he got knocked out by Spurs in the semi-final. Brilliant result for Brighton, lad, as well. As Panov said, just shows you can't just buy loads of players and expect wins. You need a team of players. 100% Panov. Shout that more louder for the people on Twitter as well, Panov. Shout that louder, mate. Top comments of the day today, mate. 100% nail on the head. Brighton lose 2 of their best players and get better. Seriously good management. 100% there, Brian. And I think all of us, we've said over the last couple of weeks, haven't we? And especially the last year. I think just saying what everyone sees as well. But Leeds looking like they're making a couple of changes. I think 3 changes here. But yeah, no respect to Brighton, but the work they do in terms of recruitment, and obviously Potter in charge, chat as well. He's one of the best managers in Europe, one of the most underrated managers in Europe. The job he does, especially with the budget he gets as well, chat. Obviously, as Brian said, two of their best players going and they get better. It's a twin, no doubt. That Christmas tree formation is negative at times, and some of Chelsea players don't suit it. 100% there, Avi. It's putting square pegs in round holes. It just doesn't work. Chelsea are all over them, but they've had a lot of possession here for the last 10, 15 minutes, and Chelsea's just done nothing. Ball out wide. Chilwell's even come on. Didn't even notice him come on. He's been that bad since he's come on. Ziyech. Oh. Tell you what. Is that Kai Havertz defending? Kai Havertz, speaking of Ziyech, he's done absolutely nothing since he's come on. He cannoned it. Is it Kai Havertz that literally got in the way? I think that was going in as well. Have a quick look on this replay. Ball cleared by Leeds. Ziyech. That was going in as well. Kai Havertz sums up his game as well. Not only is he a false nine, he's a central defensive midfielder for most teams as well. He's defending for Leeds. But who's coming off here for Leeds? Is that Harrison coming off? Yeah, Jack Harrison off. Well played, fella. Great performance by him. Harrison, Rodrigo, and Aronson, all the goal scorers coming off. Greenwoods, Gelhardt, and Click, the Polish midfielder. And that is more or less shutting up shop. Well and truly, what you want from a Leeds point of view now is to keep a clean sheet in reality. Not pan off, go too funny. What should we do? I would if I did Twitter, but avoid it like to play. Yeah, I know. 100%, mate. I agree. I do the same. He's not far off getting linked to a big jobs now, surely. As replying to John there. Potter doesn't get enough. Yeah, it's only a matter of time, innit? I know it's bad on Brighton, but that's the thing. I just hope he doesn't get the England job. I don't want Potter to get the England job. I want him to go to a Premier League team, a bit more higher up the league. And I hope he doesn't go to Leicester. I was speaking to me good mate, and he's a massive Leicester fan, and by all accounts, there's a lot of disgruntled Leicester fans at the minute. But yeah, we've got 7 minutes left to play here, chat, as well. Brian, for me, Man United should have gone for him. Interesting. Yeah, Brian's agreeing with it, John. That's exactly what United need. You don't need a big name manager, but a manager that can get the best out of his players. And Kai Havertz looks like he's just absolutely volleyed one of the lead centre halves. Nothing's given. Koulibaly stepped into the midfield quite well there. And chat. Can someone find out if you can how many times Reece James has been caught off? Tell you what, Leeds it in here. Can he get his head up? That's a foul. That's surely got to be. Is that a card for Koulibaly? Oh, he's off. Oh, that's not good for me fancy football. Koulibaly, what are you doing, soft lad? Oh, hang on. Dare I look at my fancy football? Soon as that's stupid by Koulibaly. It's a second yellow card. You don't do that. Your team's getting beat 3-0. What's the difference of a goal? And he will be missing, chat. What game will Koulibaly be missing? I'm going to be saying, oh, dare I look at my... I'll have to bench him next week as well. That's great. Well done. Well done, Koulibaly. And it could get even worse for Chelsea at this rate. Oh, yeah, Koulibaly's going to be on minus points, James. I'm getting 1 goal. 1 point off James here, this rate. Well, I'll tell you what, advantage Leeds. I'm going to have to update this scoreline very soon. If you ball in, cleared. Who's Koulibaly missing, chat, in the next game for Chelsea? Who they got next? United needs the Messiah, not another coach. Not Chelsea's. Unlucky Jack. Yeah, I'm shocking at Brian, as you'll find out in the next couple of years, mate. I'm shocking at fans football. But yeah, It's damage limitations, really. Chelsea have got to keep their heads in reality. Don't want to do nothing stupid. Let's have a quick look. Have a look who Chelsea got next. But they have been an absolute shambles. When is Thomas Tuchel eventually going to start getting criticism for how poor his sides are playing? Like, it's a big game as well. Leicester away, Leicester at home. Especially if you don't get Fofana in through the door as well. Probably will play Azpilicueta centre half, but tell you what, Leeds can get a fourth here. No, Click. Click has been deemed to have fouled. Loftus-Cheek there in the middle of the park. Azpilicueta coming on for Sterling. Azpilicueta coming on for Sterling. Damage limitations there in reality. Thomas Tuchel going, I can't be getting beat anymore. Can't be getting beat more than 3-0 by Leeds. Yes. That's Man United's problem, Jack Ladd. You only care about having the big names instead of looking at the bigger picture. Leicester at home. Nice one for that, Brian. I was just checking there, mate. It's going to be an interesting game for them. But yeah, I don't think he's going to do much for your fantasy, even though he stays on. Yeah, I think he at this rate, if Leeds did continue to keep on scoring, it'd be on like minus 20 points. He's definitely getting minus points. I think he gets minus 2 points or minus 4 points for a sending off. Yeah, minus 2 points. Koulibaly's on. Well done, fella. Great. But Jesse March, 87th minute going here, chat as well. We will be live for the Newcastle-Manchester City game as well. That's a 4:30 kickoff, UK time GMT. Can these get a fourth here? Oh, very well defended by Thiago Silva. Tell you what would... Imagine what the odds would have been for a Leeds 3-0 win against Chelsea. That would have been madness, that. The odds on that. Probably about 20 plus 1. As I said, if you are new around here, everyone, make sure to hit that subscribe button on the road to 5k. I think we're not too sure what we're on now, but on the road to 5k. There'll be a lot more live streams throughout the season, not just Liverpool content. But we'll have a lot more content. Obviously, Champions League draws very soon. I think the chat was saying, was it next week? On Wednesday, or might be this week, this Wednesday or next Wednesday. We'll be doing a live stream, Champions League Watchalong for that. So stay tuned. And obviously, we've got the big game on tomorrow. Liverpool versus Manchester United at Old Trafford. But yeah, absolutely fair play has to go to chat. Who's your man in the match for today? In terms of a Leeds perspective. I've got to say, plaudits have to go to Jesse Marsh in terms of the way he set up his team today. Nullified Chelsea in every aspect, really. I think Chelsea have nullified themselves when they get into the box and not just finishing the chances. Obviously not having an out-and-out number 9. But for me, it's Thomas Tuchel not getting the best out of his team. He signed Lukaku. Yes, Lukaku didn't fit Chelsea's system, but Thomas Tuchel should have figured out a way of getting the best out of Lukaku in that Chelsea system. Jack Addison's got player of the match, goals and assists. Jack Addison got a goal and an assist today. So I was going to give it Rodrigo, but judging from that account, yeah, it's going to be Jack Addison, really. He's been absolutely phenomenal for Leeds. He was a big part last year as well. And going forward, if they can keep Leeds United there, all their attackers fit, like we've seen today. Anderson, the new creative attacking midfielder. I was speaking to Carl, but it's been a tremendous game. How many minutes will be added on here? 3 minutes? Yeah, 3 minutes here. 3 more minutes to put Chelsea out their misery. Ziyech, yet again, picking up the ball, doing absolutely diddly squat. Reece James, been very ineffective today. Tell you what. If Trent has a bad game on Twitter, you'd hear about it. But Christ, Reece James, probably one of the worst performances I've seen from a fullback in a very long time. But, doesn't suit people's agendas, does it? So, each to their own. But yeah, we've got 3 minutes left here to go, Reds as well. But nice one, John. Appreciate it, mate. We will be live for the Newcastle City game. And hopefully we see a lot of goals. I think City should win that comfortably, but you never know. Similar with the game today, I don't think a lot of people had Leeds to win 3-0, but great performance from Leeds United. That's something they need to do, especially this season. A lot of people did have them tipped to go straight down. I did. I know they made a couple of good signings, but the sheer amount of goals Leeds did concede, especially under Bielsa and under Jesse Marsh back end of last season. But it's been a great performance in every aspect from Leeds. And we'll get Carl on just before we do head off, get his closing thoughts on the game as well. And then we'll have to set up for the Newcastle-Manchester City game. As I said, chat, a lot of people didn't get. Oh, Thomas Tuchel fuming again. Come on, Thomas. You're almost fuming at the ref. Don't want to be getting another red card there, fella. Imagine that. But yeah, last minute of the game here, everyone. But nice one, everyone. Most importantly for tuning in. Absolute legends. Partner, I've had Chelsea to finish 4th and Arsenal 5th. But I might flip that around now. Yeah, I had Arsenal finishing 4th this season, mate. Only due to the fact it was massively dependent on if Chelsea got a number 9. Chance of Chelsea done absolutely nothing. That's a foul. But Gabriel Jesus, been an absolutely tremendous signing. Started off to the Premier League on fire. I've been absolutely tremendous. But yeah, chat, I'll be getting Carl on. Carl, if you're watching now, mate, just jump in. And as well, get Carl's thoughts on the game, his closing thoughts as well. And we'll have to set up. Yeah, Ravi, no chance of that, mate. And that's it. Full time for Leeds United. What a performance by Leeds in every aspect. Defensively, Thomas Tuchel, yet again, after this game, probably will be moaning to his owners, I want another 90 million, I want another 100 million. And then, yet again, he'll probably disappoint this season like he has already this year. But as I said there, Carl, if you're watching, mate, join the stream. Quickly drop you another link as well. Carl's thoughts on the game. And I'm absolutely made up with Leeds. Chat, who's your man in the match as well? And quickly drop that over to Carl. Get his thoughts on the game. But yeah, really, really fantastic performance. Very disappointing from Chelsea. Tactical Tommy, big 3 points dropped. 100%. Ravi, it's the thing now, when you look at like even Liverpool, Tuchel around. Good on that one. Yeah, but yeah, if you look at it, Chelsea now, when you drop points, similar with Liverpool, if you're dropping points against obviously the likes of Leeds or as we have with Crystal Palace and Fulham, you're expecting now the big teams to go into the big games against like top 4, top 6 teams, and you need to win those games. But as when we looked at Liverpool's performances last year against the bigger teams, weren't quite what we wanted. But Elland Road is absolutely bloody bouncing. Big up, Jack, and great stream. We'll be watching it. We'll be watching the City Newcastle one as well. Thank you very much, everyone. I will be doing a watch along for the City Newcastle game. If you don't get your notification on the channel, it will be on the channel and we will be streaming it anyway. So thank you to every single one of you that has tuned in. It's been a fantastic performance by Leeds United. Very disappointing. And the latest at the London Stadium, West Ham are still getting beat 2-0 by Brighton. That's a fantastic result. Yet again, Potter working miracles. Leeds are second in the table on 7 points, just behind Arsenal, who were on 9. Brighton are in the top 4 as it stands. Played 3 points, got 7 points. I tell you what, Liverpool needs to get the points on the board tomorrow, guys. But it's been a great start for a lot of the top teams, especially Arsenal and City going into the game against Newcastle. We're all anticipating Man City to win that game comfortably. But as we've seen today, it's been a great performance. The 3 points tomorrow mean even more now, Jack, 100%. But chat, as I said, 40 of yous in here. Hello, where have you all been? I say, if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button down below. If you're watching on Facebook, TikTok, or whatever social media platform, drop a follow, drop a subscribe as well, drop a like on the video. We do a lot of live streams throughout the season as well, not just Liverpool content. We've got the big game tomorrow, but we're going to be covering the Newcastle and Manchester City game very soon. Deeply disappointing, but what a performance. Taking nothing away from Leeds United, fully do deserve it, but Chelsea today didn't really help themselves, especially on that first goal from Aronson closing down Mendy. I tell you what, he won't be wanting to look back on that. He's fuming at himself. But chat, hit that subscribe button down below. And as I said, if you don't get your notification, we'll be live very soon. Probably go live about 20 past 4, sorry, chat, for the City versus Newcastle game. Everyone, thank you to every single one of you that has tuned in. And I'll see you very soon. Just got to set up the stream. But everyone, speak to you very soon. And fair play to Leeds. Phenomenal results.